What up, YouTube? This is MLB Trade Rumors North. I'm the voice of Toronto. This is just in response to some emails that I have been getting from guys. Sorry that I haven't been around posting what I thought about the winter meetings and some of the trades and rumors that have happened since then. Been pretty busy this Christmas and just haven't gotten the time to get on here and post and talk about it. So what I'm going to do now is just go through the list of things that I thought were some of the bigger trades that have happened and some of the rumors, and I wanted to ask a question as well about someone that the Blue Jays just picked up, so I'll be asking that at the end of my list. To start off, the Astros picked up Pedro Feliz for 4.5. Pirates picked up Bobby Crosby for 1.5 million. Think that's a really good signing for the team. They just picked up Akinari as well from the Rays, so now that it looks like their infield's coming in. At 1.5 million, you really can't lose, especially on a player of his caliber. The Rays and Braves kind of work something out so that the Rays get Rafael Soriano. Red Sox signed Boof Bonser. I think that guy's way overrated. I'm not too sure why they picked him up. Astros signed Brandon Lyons, 3 years, 15 mil. Decent signing. I think they might have overpaid. The Rangers signed Rich Harden to a multi-year deal. With a pitcher like that, I don't know if I would have put out a multi-year deal, but then again, in order to sign some of these guys, that's what you have to do. Orioles picked up Kevin Millwood. He's one of those pitchers that you don't really hear a lot about until he becomes a free agent and someone signs him. It seemed like a lot of teams were interested, and then finally the Orioles just grabbed him. Mariners signed Cory Patterson. The Brewers signed Latroy Hawkins. He's another guy that I would consider to be a Kevin Millwood type of player. Don't hear a lot about him until there's some rumors floating around, and then it seems everybody wants him. The Brewers signed Randy Wolf. Decent pickup. Yankees re-signed Andy Pettitte. Now, you know what? I'm not a big Yankees fan because I am a Jays fan, but more specifically, Andy Pettitte. Like, when is this guy going to retire? The only reason why he signed again with the Yankees is because they just won a World Series. Now, realistically, even if the Yankees finished in second and lost in the World Series, I don't think Andy Pettitte would resign. The only reason why he's resigning is because the Yankees won. And, every year it seems to be the same kind of thing, like there's a couple of elite pitchers that keep doing this bullshit where, oh, I don't know if I'm going to sign, or am I going to retire, or I've retired and then I come out of retirement. He's one of those guys. It's really getting on my nerves. Like, honestly, you were a good pitcher, now you're just a name, get out of town. I'm tired of hearing about Andy Pettitte. There was a blockbuster trade, though, that the Yankees did make that I think they win, and the Tigers did come up as well. The Yankees, the Diamondbacks, and the Tigers traded. The Yankees got Curtis Granderson. Diamondbacks got Edwin Jackson, Ian Kennedy. Tigers got Phil Koch and Austin Jackson, Max Scherzer, and Daniel Schlereth. Sorry about the pronunciation on those last two. I'm not too sure. Haven't heard a lot about them. Yankees certainly did come up big, and the Tigers do too. They get two prospects that are pretty decent in Phil Koch and Austin Jackson. Both of those guys have a lot of potential. Not too sure why they traded Curtis Granderson. There's got to be some kind of meaning behind it, but with Curtis Granderson signing with the Yankees now, we're talking of Melky Cabrera and Granderson in the outfield. Not too sure who the third spot's going to go to, but I really don't see the Yankees signing Hideki Matsui and Johnny Damon now. Either one of them. They say that there's offers floating around, or presumed options being floated out there for Johnny Damon. I think of the two guys, he would be the one that they would re-sign, but again, I'm not too sure if they'll sign either or. Boston signed Marco Scutaro. It's a decent pick for Boston, but I'm a little leery on that. Marco Scutaro played for the Jays last year, had an amazing season. I'm not going to knock the guy for that. But prior to that, he was a bench player, and everybody can say that he just didn't have the time, the experience given to him for him to shine. That might be a possibility, but I think he's one of those kind of players where he had a breakout season with Toronto. He really did want to come back, but he ended up signing for Boston because they gave him a wicked deal, and Toronto was looking for 2 compensation picks, which they got, obviously, since Boston signed Scutaro. I don't see Scutaro really being the player that he was last year, but crazier things have happened, right? Giants sign Tony Pena Jr. Boston signs Max Remirez, and I think they're working out the trade with Mike Lowell right now to go to the Rangers. White Sox signed JJ Puts to a 1-year, $3 million deal, guaranteed. With the guy coming off shoulder surgery, not being guaranteed, I don't know if I would be throwing $3 million at a guy like this. The White Sox, in general, they need to get a new GM. Like, they took the Rios contract of $61 million. The guy's not even worth that kind of money. They're signing people left, right, and center. It seems like they're just stacking up areas with garbage players, not spending their money very wisely. I don't know what else to say about that, but the White Sox have always been one of those teams that hovers around, just above the 500 level. But I don't really see any of these signings that they've made making the team that much better for now or in the long run. They always seem to be a kind of team that's wanting to reach the playoffs every year, so what they'll do is they'll pick up bigger guys like they did with Tomey and Griffey, and then it just doesn't work out and these guys float around, and then they're left still squandering about their future because they don't have any young players kicking around. The Royals signed Jason Kendall. That's a good signing, I think. I was hoping the Jays might consider him, but they didn't. The Jays re-signed Jose Bautista and Dustin McGowan and Raul Chavez. Dustin McGowan I'm a little worried about. The guy's still saying that his arm is a little bit of a mess. I don't see him pitching again. It's going to be 2 years. Raul Chavez, the community loves the guy. He's a pretty decent backup catcher too. And Jose Bautista, I know a lot of people don't know about him. He came over from Pittsburgh. I think he has a lot of potential if given the opportunity. He has been a bench player for the Jays, and in the end of last year and the year prior, the guy was just explosive when he was playing in the games where they didn't really matter, and the Jays were just putting him in so that he, they saved the youth but put him in there so that he gets a little bit of time. The guy's just exploded. I mean, I feel bad and I wish that the Jays could play him all the time because I really do think that he could give the Jays 30 home runs. He's pretty quick. So I hope the Jays do consider that, but I think he's still going to be a backup player. The Jays signed John Buck as well for catcher, and the question that I was asking you guys at the beginning of this video was Joey Garthright that the Jays picked up off of, I believe, Boston. He's a young guy as well, really, really quick, shows signs of potential, but again, with him being sort of a bench player or younger player for the Red Sox, I don't know a hell of a lot about him. Anyone in Beantown who's listening to this, let me know about this guy. I want to know more about him. Anybody who follows minor leagues or a fan of Boston, anything who knows about him, let me know. I'm really interested in seeing where this guy goes. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Keep a close eye on and subscribe. Tell people about me. I'm going to have more of my PC and baseball cards coming up. I've got some really cool memorabilia to show you guys as well that I picked up while at a few stadiums. So hopefully I'll be showing that to you guys shortly. So let me know what you guys think. Any questions or comments, you're more than welcome to share them with me. So thanks for looking, guys.